Hey guys, Daji here. And I just wanted to come out here and say, please don't fall for the vent bait. And what I mean by this is when you don't feel so well mentally, and you're just down in the dumps and shit, and like I don't want you to tell somebody about your emotions for real. Like, keep that shit bottled up, cause really, if you look at it, no one wants to hear that, and that's like it's really sad, I guess, to realize that. Um, you guys know what venting is, right? Hopefully you do. But don't tell anybody about your feelings. Like, even if it's a therapist or maybe a close friend or somebody dear to you, like a family member, you have to look at it in a way like you can't really trust anybody now. There's people who hate you or will dig at you and try to get under your skin in so many ways. Over time, you will come to realize that you're lucky to even have one real friend or one person that you can actually talk to. And like me personally, I've had people who had thoughts of removing themselves, and they told me about it, and that's what makes like I feel really bad for them. Because I'm not the person you should be telling that to. I can't. I don't know how to comfort you. I don't know how to console you. Um, like fuck. The only thing I can say is like, shit. That sucks. Cause well, maybe that's just me. But like, I can't. I can't care enough to even try to console them. Cause even if I try to comfort them, it's just not gonna be good enough, and they're still gonna have these thoughts and shit. So you think if I were to vent to another person, why would they care about my feelings? Um, that sounds really depressing and shit, but like at the end of the day, the only thing is, fuck, they're not gonna get the help that they need because, well, we're not professionals. We're not a therapist. Maybe you are a therapist. I know I'm not a therapist. Um, I can't help them in any way. Actually, the other day I was scrolling, fucking rotting away on TikTok like usual, but I came across a post from this kid named Landon. He's in the grade below me. Fucking, he's kind of fat. uh, but he was pouring his feelings out in a giant paragraph on how he didn't like how he looked and how he didn't have real friends and how his grades were slipping. Now that sparked constant arguments with his parents and shit. And what was really gut wrenching was in the comments, other people were making fun of him for the same insecurities. I sound like a fucking idiot. Didn't I call him fat? I'm sorry, Landon. But he ended up deleting the video of the fucking posts. No, shit. He's still alive and kicking. I fucked up there. That's my bad. Shit. What was I saying? Yeah. So he deleted the video because he felt embarrassed. And this is really one of the few times I've seen a man do this. Because usually it's the girls I see are more common to feel shitty and talk. Well, not like we all feel shitty. I'll say that, but it's more common for like girls to talk about it, I think. But like personally, I relate because I don't fucking I don't really vent to anybody because I'd rather stay to myself. I'd rather keep that shit bottled up. That's just me though. Um, uh, I used to trauma dump on people for like the fuck of it, just just so I could be funny and get a couple laughs out because that's who I was. But uh, people really weren't laughing because it was funny. Well, it was funny, but they were laughing at me, and I realized that, and it's really a horrible feeling to feel, and I actually stopped because this was a horrible habit, and like I said, it's a horrible feeling to ever experience, especially if it's like someone like a pretty girl or a guy or something. I don't know who's watching this, but that's really for like a whole different video. Um, it also really sucks for like here's an example. Like if somebody's stressed about school grades, like just slipping, And if somebody's gloating about how well they're doing at school or how smart they are, really sucks, because that was a habit I also decided to break. Because that one day in middle school, when I was in middle school, I realized how much like I was a fucking loser, and I decided not to compete with people as much as I did because I really wanted to be the best and shit. Uh, and talk about how good I am at school, because you know me. I mean, I'm no Einstein, but trust me, I'm pretty smart, and I think it gets to a point where if somebody hears about that every day, that shit really fucks with their brain and shit. And even though that none of that really made sense. Yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, like 10 likes. I'll actually make like a part 2 of this sometime, maybe. Oh shit, subscribe. If I hit like 100 subscribers, I'll face reveal and shit, and list some of my insecurities, and maybe you guys can make fun of me in the comments. Subscribe. I also wanted to say you guys matter. I love you. Also, this is just my opinion, but I think I have good opinions. I love myself. I love you guys too. Goodbye.